so we're just going to go ahead and already let everybody know because Caroline is friends with my daughter Sydney, who you've seen in an interview portion, several interview portions throughout this series. And one of the things that I said in the seminar was if you can find a neurotypical friend who treats your child with respect and just lets them be who they are, this is a gem and a treasure that you should treat as such. So Caroline is a gem and a treasure to me and to our family because one of the things about Caroline is her and Sydney together. It brings out Sydney's real personality, who she is when she's around Caroline, because there's not the social anxiety and, oh, if I do this wrong, she's not going to be my friend tomorrow, or she's going to say something at school. So by giving her that gift of friendship, it allows her to be herself. And because I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit, but you can tell when she's really stressed out and when she's her normal kind of eccentric self, and that's actually the self that you like, right? You like the kind of differences, okay? So tell me how did you and Sydney meet? Because y'all been at similar schools the whole time, you're in a different grade, but what was kind of that thing that brought y'all together to meet each other?
We were actually just joking about this. She was in my early childhood education class, and we didn't know anybody. It was a very different grade group, and she walked in, and I sat at the table alone, and I noticed her. I said, "I know you. I've seen you before. Somebody I know." And she goes, "I know you too." And she sits down, and we kind of stuck with each other because we were all we had in that class, not knowing anybody, and we became obviously really close, and just turns out we're similar. She's awesome.
So kind of a connection point, I think, had y'all been in band class or marched something that was kind of similar that y'all had seen each other before?
Marching band.
Okay.
She was at the camp, and she was sort of friends with some of my friends, but I'd never actually gotten to talk to her, but I still knew her.
So this is kind of a person you've seen her around campus, shared band together because you play instruments yourself, and hopefully it's going to be a drum major. But so you've seen her, didn't really know much about her, whether she had autism or not. You know anything about that. You're in a class, you see her and say, hey, I don't know anybody else, but I kind of know this familiar face, so I think I'll just start chatting. And from Sydney's perspective, it was like a trauma bond from the other people that were in the class. It was like, yay, a normal person. Okay, so as you're getting to know her and you don't know autism, Asperger's, anything, there's just a girl with long blonde hair in your class that you've kind of seen her face. How do you approach each other? How do you start to get to know each other in class?
Well, it was great because she was goofy. She didn't sit there and like, who is this girl? Why is she talking to me? She talked back, and so since we would both talk back and forth, we got to know each other. And when she did tell me she was autistic, I was like, cool.
Okay.
It didn't.
So about how long in the relationship as being a friend did she tell you that?
A few months. Enough to where we got close enough to where we could tell jokes and have inside jokes. Tons of inside jokes.
Okay. So I think the first thing that Caroline said without even knowing that she said it was in order to initiate the friendship, Sydney was not necessarily the one that initiated with you, but you saw someone that you knew and wanted to get to know them, so you made the effort to get to know the person and just start talking and get to know each other and be silly together and all that.